Welcome back. It's Riffs 101 from Long and McQuade. I'm Dean Hill. This is Shaun Verreault from Mouth Mason.
Hey, buddy.
So today we're going to learn what. First of all, I have to ask you about the pants. Can we get a shot of that? Did you pay for those?
Well, these.
How much did that cost extra?
It's like those guitars that are worn in when you get them, and you pay for something that just naturally would be cooler if it happened over time on its own.
I mean, you could do that yourself, but
it's better to distress things on your own. Then you've really earned it. Look at these lines and these scars and stuff, man. It didn't come like that. I had to make it that way.
Which brings us to the blues.
That's a nice segue. You're a pro, bro.
Blues rock. Go for it.
All right, this is a good one. I've been paying attention to the Facebook pages and the YouTube comments, and please keep the requests coming. I wanna teach you the kinds of things that you want to learn. So there are some people who are asking, okay, I'm a beginner. I've never, I have a guitar that's been sitting around for a while, but I don't really know what to do with it. I've learned some cowboy chords, and those are cool, but they don't sound like the records that I listen to. So can you teach me something that's just a couple moves that would be useful in a bunch of different applications? So what I'm going to show you is the bedrock of blues guitar playing and of rock and roll guitar playing. And it starts off as a 2-finger exercise, and then it can turn into a 3-finger one that you can move all over the place. So I'm going to teach it to you in the key of A to begin with. And you're going to use your first finger on the 3rd string on the 2nd fret. And we're not going to, contrary to when you're playing these full chord things, in this case I only want you to hit the A string and your finger on the D string, those strings together. And you can practice doing just those 2 strings. You can do that rhythm, and the only difference, the only thing that we're going to change is adding your 3rd finger on the same string. You're still just going to be hitting these 2 strings. Sound familiar? So you can do it like that. If you want to play a blues song, you can play it. If you want to play a rock and roll song. Now, the beauty of this, and the beauty of the way the guitar is in standard tuning, if you want to go to the next chord, you move your finger up to the next string, and you start playing just the 4th and the 3rd string. And then you can switch back to the next move, same thing except move down. So now your first finger is on the 5th string, and you're playing the lowest open string, the E, and the string. Between those 3 fingerings, you now know hundreds and hundreds of thousands of songs. And the next level that you can move to is to start to add your pinky to that. You can go just 1 fret above where your 3rd finger was. Move up to D. Back to A. Down to E. Back to D. Hundreds and thousands of rock songs and blues songs. Now, the last level, the highest degree of difficulty, which makes it so that you can do this in any key. This is a shape that a lot of people know from playing power chords. You know, if you learn... That's the power chord shape that you can move around. Now, this is going to introduce your pinky. Guitar players, do not ignore your pinky. It's going to be weird to learn how to play with your pinky. You will thank me later if you include it in your playing to begin with when everything is weird. Then after a while you'll have 4 digits that you can pose on this hand instead of just 3 that guitar players who don't work on this have. So the shape that you're going to have there is going to be exactly the same as playing it down here if your finger was where the nut is. If your first finger plays the role of the nut.
This is getting all sexual now.
So what you're basically going to be doing is making a movable shape of this. So let's say we're starting with our first finger at the 5th fret. Your 3rd finger will be at the 7th fret. Your pinky is going to go not the next fret over, but the next fret over. In order to get to the next chord, you move up to the next higher set of strings. was beautiful. So you're doing it here, you're turning here. Go up to where the root is on the 5th string and the 4th string. Move it up 2 frets. Every Chuck Berry song, every early Stones song, all the blues songs, there you go. It's under your fingers. Work with different ways that you can use your right hand on that. Try and move that around and get it clean. Try and do the big stretch. Once you get those under your fingers, you can play rhythm at the blues bar in your town forever, for everybody.
There you go. Shaun Verreault, another fascinating look at guitar playing, and a shout out to ignored pinkies everywhere.
Don't ignore me.
That's Riffs 101 from Long and McQuade. We'll see you next time.